Hey everybody, Janice Thornton here, online personal trainer. I had a great question posed into this Facebook group, and I appreciate the questions because it's going to be fun to do little videos for you, or make sure you get the information that you are looking for. So today the question was, what exercises can I do for tight shoulders and a tight back? So it's much easier for me to demonstrate for you the exercises than trying to make pictures and all that stuff. This is so much faster. So let's get right to it. So the first stretch that you can do is working on stretching out our shoulders. We have such a tendency, we sit a lot, we sit way too much, we're in our cars a ton, so therefore we end up with these rounded shoulders. When you're driving, your arms are always here, and it's, we get lazy. I'm going to speak for myself. I get lazy when I drive. I'm not always perfect at sitting up with perfect posture when I'm driving. So one of the first exercises to do is really just to round your shoulders over and really stretch, because then you get a nice little stretch in your middle back. But then expand yourself out and just hold. Go back and reach back, do what I call cactus arms, and just allow yourself to stretch. Look up at the ceiling, because then you're stretching out your throat, you're stretching out your stomach, get a nice little stretch in your back and your chest. Because we sit so much, again, we get tight here. So we need to actually stretch out our chest a lot to help loosen up this stuff. So that's the first exercise. The second one is just simple, slow arm circles. You can do one arm at a time, both arm, one arm each side, or both arms at the same time. When I go back, I like to go slow, nothing fast, because I really want to contract my scapula, bring my scapulas together. So I just want to come back and around and just keep coming back. And then you do want to go in both directions. I do go forward faster, just really when I go back, I just really want to feel that stretch back. Nice and slow, active movement. This next one is really good for stretching out your back, and I love this one. You can do this on a wall or on a counter. You want this counter, this is perfect size because it's almost shoulder height for me. Now you do what's called a downward dog on the counter, or you can just do it on the wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this counter, step back, and then stretch. And I get a great stretch in all of my back. You can just lean back and feel the stretch. And hold all the stretches for a good 20 to 30 seconds when you do that. So who do I have on here? Hey Lupe, thank you for joining. Chest stretch on the wall is the next exercise. Literally just find a wall, find a corner. Again, a lot of our neck issues are due because we are tight in the chest. And when we sit, we just hunch forward. So we really need to stretch out this chest area, and I promise you it's going to help eliminate a lot of neck pain for you. And then just make sure you do the other side. I'm sorry, I'm putting my back to you. But you want to turn and just hold and stretch. So that way I don't want to keep my back to you too long. Shoulder shrugs are real good. So like the arm circles we did, you can just raise up and lower down. Again, when I go backwards, I go a lot slower just because I really want to get into my back, because I sit a lot and I'm in my car a lot. So I want to make sure that I'm really getting my chest out and shoulders back. So just good shoulder shrugs are good. Basic. Crossing your arms over. We'll get real tight in our back. You want to cross over and just hold. Again, hold the stretches longer than what I'm showing you right now. Otherwise, it just takes too long. I don't want to be here for 2 hours. Grasp your hands behind you. And this is going to depend on some flexibility. I probably have average flexibility. Some people will be able to extend over and drop their hands way over. I don't have quite that flexibility. However, do what your body can do. I'm all about that. So just raise your arms up, Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And again, just go up for as high as what's comfortable for you. Neck stretch. This one's just really good. You can do this in the car. If you drive a lot, you're at a stoplight, bring your ear to your shoulder. And then I like to use my hand to just gently press down onto my head. And that way I can get a really nice stretch in here. You want to do both sides. And then also just do some neck rolls all the way around. Go both directions. We want everything to be equal when it goes for that. And if you need to support your head when you go back, some people, that might be hard, so you can always support your head when you're going back with your hands. I have a couple that I'm going to do on the floor, however, not yet. I do want to show you something that I also use, and I don't get any money for this, but I love, it's called the Pure Wave Massager. And it comes with 5 different heads to it. Right now I have a pointy one on here. And then I also really like this one, and then like I said, there's 3 other ones that go on here. It's about $100, $125, but it's well worth it because this thing really goes to town. The nice thing is you can really, it feels good, I have to admit, it feels really good. You can put this thing and it really pounds into your body. So with this long handle, you can go up and down your back. I get a lot of knots because I sit in the car a lot. I get knots in my glutes. So I have this little guy on so I can really get into my trigger points into my glutes. So it's called Pure Wave. I do recommend this for sure if you are someone who has a lot of neck pain, because it's a great way to massage yourself, especially if you don't have someone there to massage you. That's awesome. And I take that on trips all the time with me. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is move my camera down to the floor so I can show you a couple other things. So bear with me here. Okay. Hello. So the first one is just cat-cow. So if you have a lot, actually I'm gonna move this a smidge, sorry. Okay. Are just cat-cows. So if you do any kind of yoga, you're gonna know that. Arch your back up, hold, and then extend. So you would like a cat. And I'm not an expert in yoga, so I'm not sure why this is really a cow, but it is. But this is a great one. You can go into a child's pose, also extending your arms out. And hold, put your head on the floor. Then you can reach to one side, then another. Like that, I love child's pose. Then there's another one that's called thread the needle, or I call it thread the needle, where you're just gonna kind of reach up and then go under. And that's a good one to do for both sides. And then twists, to just cross one leg over and then turn and twist. This one's got to be the best because then you're also getting into your glutes, but when you pull on your leg, ends up pulling on your back and just feels really good. So definitely these are great to do, and twisting also helps with digestion too, or at least that's what they tell me in yoga. So I like it. And then the last one, and this is probably my favorite thing to use, is a roller. I highly recommend that you get a roller. They actually make a traveling one. It's called Brazen, B-R-A-Z-Y-N. They're expensive, however, it's collapsible. And my husband and I travel with that one all the time, just because it does collapse to flat, and that's awesome. But it's not this big, it's like a 12-inch roller, however, it works great for what you need. But this neck stretch is my favorite one of all time because you can stretch out your chest and your neck at the same time. So I like to let my head hang over the edge. However, I let my head be touching the back side of the roller at the same time so I have support. And then I go have cactus arms and just stretch. And I tell you, I love this stretch. I could sit here for probably 5 minutes doing this because it's actually relaxing to me. So this one I love. Hold it, for however long you want to, because that one you will really enjoy. And then the other thing that you can do with this roller, this will be the last thing I show you, is just, I use this to roll and stretch out, not stretch out, but just help massage my back with the roller. I love this roller because I use it also for my hips and thighs and calf muscles and my butt and all sorts of stuff. And that could be another video for later on. So everybody, I hope this helps you. Please make some, if you have comments and you want me to shoot some other videos, I will gladly do that. This is fun to me, and I just want to be able to help you make your life easier. So have an amazing day. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.